Are you looking to buy a home and having a difficult time competing with other offers in a seller's market? Here are 5 ways that you're going to get your home offer accepted and get the home that you want in this market. Number 1, make your offer as clean as possible. A clean offer should not be contingent on another transaction. So in the event that you're looking to buy this home and of course sell another home, you're not trying to add in the closing dates to be somewhat similar in order to benefit yourself, because that is not going to be a good factor in getting your offer won. Your offer should have as minimal concessions as possible in order to have a great opportunity of winning this offer bid. Conditions like financing, inspection, and appraisal are some of the main ones that are usually put in any conditions. Having some of those removed, of course, increase the risk for the buyer, but it puts you in a position in order to be in a better state to win the bidding. Also, by doing so, you're showing to the seller you're super committed and less likely to back out of the deal, in which is more appealing to the seller. Even if you don't add contingencies, there's ways for you to still be protected and also win the bid. For example, I recommend being pre-positioned, having the funds ready to go. So if you're ready to pull the trigger, you can get financing, you went through that way. And also too, when going to showings, I highly recommend, in order to not put this contingency on, is to go to the property with an inspector on site. And that way you can remove that contingency, have a better chance of winning, and know that you're in a much better place to win the bid. It makes it easier to remove some of these conditions if the seller has already provided some of these inspection reports for you. Number 2, avoid asking for personal property. I recommend do not ask for things in the property that you can live without. I would skip on asking for the lawn furniture, some of the different blinds, as well as maybe some of the chandeliers, and just those are some of the things that you can go ahead and purchase yourself when you get the property. Be mindful that your offer might be the exact same as someone else's who's not asking for some of these things. Myself as a seller, of course, I'm going to go for the offer that has the less contingencies, most money, and asking for the less things overall. Also, be mindful that asking for things in your offer weakens your offer and makes it much less attractive. At this point of the game, it's super important to stay focused and go after the objective, which is to win over the bidding, get the property, then later on, we can go on and get some of these things. Number 3, offer above asking. This is not the market to be putting in low offers and hoping the seller is going to bite. You're going to have your offer be super strong to beat out a multiple offer situation. If you want this home that bad, you're going to have to go above asking. Let's just say it's a townhouse going for $550. I highly recommend maybe going at least $10,000 higher if you can qualify and you can handle those costs, because in this situation with multiple offers, it's very easy to have another offer trump yours. Don't let the thought of over offering scare you. At the end of the day, it's only going to be a little bit more every month in terms of your mortgage or whatnot compared to what you're anticipating. But remember, if you don't get the property today and you decide to wait out maybe another year, the property could have gone up, or the property type in that community could have got up an extra $50,000, $70,000, who knows? And then that's substantially much more for financing. So if it's 5, 10, 15, even 20,000 and you can afford it now, I would say go all in now, because at some point it's going to continue to increase. Doing this will show the seller that you're super motivated to win this and they'll consider you a legitimate buyer. Now, with going above asking, I highly recommend that you don't go too much out. The reason being is the property still has to appraise for financing purposes. So let's say this townhouse that we spoke about is going for $550, and you said you just want to go over the moon and outbid everyone, and let's just say you put in $650, but the property really only appraises for, at the highest, $600. So now you put in that offer, you now have to find an additional $50,000 because the bank is only going to give you roughly what it's appraised for. Number 4, put in a stronger deposit. A higher deposit is proof that you're motivated and ready to continue with this. And remember, your deposit will be contributed to your down payment at a later time. On average, deposits are roughly within 1 to 5% of the asking price of the property. Like I had said, the more that you put down, the more serious you seem, the better chances that the seller is going to take your offer serious. Be mindful that if you are going to put a deposit, you want to be serious, because given everything that's happening with this property in the market, you're going to have limited concessions, which means that in the event that anything happens, it makes it easier for your deal to go firm. So you want to be willing to go all in, because if anything happens, you'll lose your deposit. So be very mindful that you have to be very serious and willing to commit to get this property if your offer is accepted. And if you don't end up with a property, you could lose the deposit. So that could be a significant amount for anyone. So Make sure you're very committed and have the financing and everything ready to go. Number 5, last but not least, add an escalation clause to your offer. An escalation clause means that your offer will go above anyone else's offer up to a maximum point. Let's just say, back to our townhouse situation, it's going for $550, you put in maybe $570, and someone maybe goes $575. You're essentially saying that you're willing to go up to $600,000 in the event if anything was to happen. So you're willing to go up to a maximum point, right? So this makes your offer, if it isn't strong enough in the beginning, it really helps the seller reconsider you and potentially select your offer over the other buyers and helps you contain the property. Keep in mind, if you do add this clause in, it is in the seller's best interest to counteroffer. Do be mindful that sometimes what can happen is the seller can see your escalation clause and automatically maybe remove the property from MLS, repost it for a higher amount around the range that you were willing to put in to indicate to other people in the market that, hey, if I can get 600, I'll automatically repost it at 6 and hope that I can get maybe 620, 630. If you decide to move forward with this option, I highly recommend you talk to a lawyer, consult with them, and see if this option is right for you. Your lawyer will be the one that'll write this clause to put within your offer to help best position you for not only for success, but also to protect you as well. There you have it, 5 ways to get your offer accepted in a seller's market. I hope this video was super insightful and helpful. Remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to get updates on our new content. Thanks for watching. I'm Josh Tavares, licensed realtor with eXp Realty Brokerage based in Toronto. Take care. Thanks for watching.